English 101. Guys, we are at the final stretch. We're finally here. And so basically at this point, you've handed in all of the essays you're going to hand in this semester. Last Friday, your essay 4 and your annotated bibliography were due. I'm going to be working very hard to get those graded because you will be using the graded essay 4 in your portfolio project, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to share my screen with you today, and we're going to scroll down to the schedule here. Basically, this is what's going on in the last 2 weeks. Of course, last week, you handed in everything. So you handed in your essay, your annotated bibliography, your process, all the process stuff, and you got all those things in. And then now, now you should have read the portfolio assignment. If you didn't already read it, it's okay. We're going to go over that today. Literally, the next 2 weeks are going to be dedicated to that portfolio assignment. And at the end of week 16, that portfolio assignment is due at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's very important that you hand it in on time because that is the final thing you're going to be handing in to me for the semester, and it counts as your final in this class. There's no graded like timed test. We used to have, I'm going to get more on the screen here. We used to have a timed test that you would have to take in Comp 1. And let me just tell you this, you are lucky that you don't have to take that test. It was a in-class timed essay where you had to use sources, and basically you had to do everything that we asked you to do in essay 4, but you had to do it within a matter of an hour. And so that was just really, really difficult, probably too much to ask people. So what we've done is we've extended the assignment to a portfolio. So what is the portfolio? How does it work? Let's talk about that now. So let's see here. So you're going to go to the homework and assignments over here on the left, and then you're going to go to the final project folder right here. You click there, and you're going to click on the portfolio assignment. And let's see here. Let's take a quick look at what you need to do. Now, this is an assignment that I personally did not write. This is an assignment that the entire English department uses. So everyone is doing the same assignment right now. If you're in Comp 1, you're doing this assignment. It says the final project of the semester portfolio showcases your work and includes an opportunity to articulate your growth through a reflection process and how it is developed over the semester. Because it is a showcase of your growth and skill as a writer, it must be completed without the aid from campus resources such as tutors in the Academic Skills Center and the Writing Center. The portfolio assignment is worth 150 points of the course of the grade. So what that means is this assignment itself is worth 15% of your semester grade. So it's a big chunk of your grade. It's basically the same as we did for the last 2 essays. The last 2 essays, they were both worth 15% a piece. So this one was worth 15% as well. And really just, and I'm going to go into it, but just to kind of cut to the chase, I'm going to give you an idea of what it is. So your portfolio is 2 parts. One part is, like they were saying, a reflection. So it's basically an essay that you're going to write. But this essay is not about any particular reading or topic other than your own growth over the semester. So you're going to write an essay. Basically, if you think about, let's actually just think about this. What does a final exam do, right? It proves that you've learned the material, right? That's the whole point of a final exam or any kind of an exam. It proves that you've learned the material. So this essay is, the whole point of this portfolio is to do just that. So you're going to write an essay that is essentially a reflection over your semester. And take some quick notes here, okay? So pause the video if you need to. I'm going to give you basically everything you need to know for this to work, but I also want to direct you to the homework and assignments. You click over here on the homework and assignments. You go to click on final project. Let's see, it's not in here really, I guess. All right, well, we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, so basically you're gonna look up this, okay, and then hand in your portfolio. Okay, that's there as well. Okay, all right, just making sure I've got my bearings straight. So okay, so anyway, I'm cutting to the chase. I'm going to give you an idea of what this final, the two parts are. So the first part is this reflection essay. So here's what I'm just going to tell you what the reflection essay should look like, and you can take some notes. So it's going to be an essay just like every other essay we've written this semester. So think about this. That means it's going to have an introduction. It will have a thesis statement at the end of that introduction. It will have body paragraphs, just like every other essay we've written. Those paragraphs will be about different topics. Those paragraphs will come back to prove the thesis statement. And then it's also going to have a conclusion. So all of that is all going to stay the same. That's something that you can, we might even, sometimes in this assignment sheet, it's referred to as a reflection letter, but really it's an essay, okay? So this reflection essay should do this in your introduction. So take some notes real quick. Let me make sure I've got this, let's see here. Okay, auto transcription is on. Okay. So this introduction should introduce you as a writer of English. So it's not like you're introducing yourself as some kind of an author of novels, but you can read and write, and you've been doing it for quite a few years now. So what you need to do is, in this introduction, it might sound something like this. English writing has never been something I've been fond of. Or maybe you might say this: I've always enjoyed reading and writing. It's something that I've always loved to do. It doesn't really matter, right? The point is, you're introducing yourself honestly. Maybe you still hate reading and writing. That's fine. It's totally fine. I can't tell you how many classes that I took and I passed, and I never really cared for the topic, right? And it's totally fine. So you might say, reading and writing are things that I've never really cared to do. I've always found them to be very difficult, and I always feel like I have a hard time getting my ideas on paper. However, this semester, I've been challenged to learn to read and write at a college level. In English 101, I've been challenged to learn to write college level essays using documentation. Okay, you might be able to hear my dog. I don't know. You might have heard my dog all semester long. My dog is, let's see, he's walking around back here. He's practically got an associate's degree at this point. Anyway, back to the lesson. So you're going to introduce yourself, and okay, this is how I've always liked writing. I've never really liked writing, And then at some point you might say, but this semester I've been challenged in English 101 to learn to write at a college level using documentation, thesis statements, and a whole host of other things that are expected in college level writing. Okay. Don't do this word for word, but I'm just saying you kind of get the idea of what I'm saying here. You're introducing your essay, because your essay is going to be about how you progress this semester in Comp 1. So eventually you're going to get to your thesis statement. Okay. Now we don't say, in my opinion, on a thesis statement. We don't say, I believe. Okay. But we can make a claim. So here is what your claim should look like. Okay. It should be something like, over the course of this semester, I have improved in my writing and have become proficient at college level writing. Or maybe you might say, over the course of this semester, my writing has improved and I am ready to take English 102. That's Comp 2, by the way. That's Comp 2. Some of you guys aren't going to take Comp 2, and maybe you wouldn't want to have that in your thesis statement. Hey, I'm ready to take Comp 2, if you're not really going to take Comp 2. But essentially, you're making a claim that you've become proficient in college level writing. Okay? That is your thesis statement. That is the claim that you're making. Just like whenever you sit down to all those other final exams, you're in a way making a claim that you've become proficient in that topic. So you're doing the same thing in this exam, but we're doing it composition style. Okay, so you've got your introduction. If you've introduced yourself as a writer, then you've got your thesis statement. Okay, And then that's your introduction paragraph. That's all done in the first paragraph of your essay. Then the body paragraphs will begin. Now, the body paragraphs are going to be dedicated to different things that you've seen changes or improvement in this semester. So maybe you'll have, and you're just going to dedicate one paragraph per topic. So maybe you'll have one paragraph and it's about thesis statements. And maybe at the beginning of this paragraph, you say, at the beginning of this semester, I really wasn't very good at thesis statements. I didn't really understand what they were or what they did. In fact, my first thesis statement in essay 1 was, and you can even quote yourself. You don't have to cite yourself though, okay? You can quote yourself, don't worry about works cited. Actually, that's one thing that's really nice about this assignment. I'm not gonna ask you to use MLA to cite yourself, okay? But maybe quote your first thesis statement, right? And you might say, it wasn't a very strong thesis statement because, and you should know, okay? This is an example with thesis statements, right? And you might say, however, by the time I got to essay 3, my thesis statements had improved. In essay 3, my thesis statement was, quote, what we're trying to do, okay? So what we're trying to do in each paragraph is show how we've progressed in some kind of a topic that's related to your writing. So maybe it's thesis statements. Maybe the next paragraph is outlining, right? A lot of students come to me and they really never saw the value in outlining before they took the class. Or maybe they felt like they didn't take it seriously before. So maybe you might start the paragraph and say, when it comes to outlines, every essay, we were required to write an outline. Professor Coomer always made sure we write an outline. Even if it wasn't a very detailed outline, we always had to write an outline to ensure that we had good organization in our essays. I used to never like to write outlines. I would always do them last minute. It used to be something I never really did. But in this course, since I had to write an outline before I got done with my essay, that's what I did. My first outline, I really struggled. I didn't have a lot of idea of what to do for that particular essay. However, by the time I got to essay 4, my outline had greatly improved, and I was able to improve the organization of my essay. I was able to write stronger paragraphs, and each paragraph was more focused. Okay, so this might be one paragraph that you write in your essay, right? Maybe really, and if you think about it, I'm going to go back to this assignment sheet. There's ideas that you could bring up. Maybe the pre-writing. Maybe you might say brainstorming was something I never really did before I got to Comp 1. Or maybe it's something that you did do, right? Maybe you might say brainstorming has always been a big part of my writing process. And in this class, I'm glad I used brainstorming all the way through. I started strong and I finished stronger. In this class, when I began, I'm just giving you examples. Essentially, all you need to do is write separate paragraphs about different parts of the writing process. Drafting, revising, editing. These are all ideas that you can bring up, okay? Just remember that you've introduced yourself as this kind of writer, and then you've made a comment, right? Your thesis statement is, over the course of the semester, I've become proficient at college level writing. Then you got to prove it in the paragraphs. So even if you don't think you've gotten any better, now is not the time to say that. Now is the time to make that argument. Hey, I'm ready. I've done it. Let me out of this class, right? Now is the time to make that argument. And so that's what we're going to be doing in this assignment. So you'll have maybe 3 or 4 body paragraphs. Each of those paragraphs is going to be about something different as it relates to the writing process, maybe thesis statements, maybe, organization, maybe brainstorming, maybe outlining, maybe drafting, whatever you want to bring up. These are all elements of writing, and you get to choose. What are the elements of writing that maybe you weren't very good at and then you got better? And to get a really, really good grade, you're going to want to make references to specific essays in every paragraph. So in every single paragraph, you're going to want to say, in essay 1, I did this way. In essay 4, I was better, and this is why it was better. Or maybe in essay 2, it was really bad. In essay 3, it got a lot better, and let me tell you why. So that if you want to get a really good grade in every paragraph, if you're talking about whatever it is you're talking about, outlining, okay? In essay 2, this is why it wasn't as good as essay 4, okay? You're always going to want to show in every paragraph how you made progress, because that is what we're looking for in this essay. So you do that, and then you're going to have a conclusion, right? Just like everything else. This is let's see here. How long does this have to be? 800 words. So guys, that's going to be pretty easy for you. You just got done with a longer essay. So 800 words, we're looking at maybe around 2 pages. So not a hard goal to meet, but it does need to be met. Remember, you're going to be using Times New Roman, 12-point font, double space the whole way through. Okay, now having said that, we understand now, hopefully, and if you don't, you can reach out to me via my office hours, but we understand that one part of the portfolio is an essay, and it's a reflection essay. So you're going to hand that in this folder. You click here, and you're going to notice there's 2 things to hand in. This is your reflection essay. You hand the reflection essay in here. Now, 3 revised essays, okay, that's the other half of your portfolio. And basically, let's see here, where is this? Okay, revision guidelines for your revisions. And actually, there's something up here. Okay, so I just want to make sure you don't get all confused. So the finished portfolio should include the following: the cover letter reflection. That is, guys, that's that cover essay or the reflection essay. Okay, it's not, sometimes we call it a letter. You don't have to say, dear Professor Coomer. If you want to, that's fine, but you don't have to do that. It is a cover letter or, a reflection essay. So that's what we just talked about. These other 2 things, you got to understand, this assignment originated before everything was electronic like it is now. So when it says 3 finished graded essays, that I already have your graded essays, right? It's in Blackboard, so don't worry about that. But you will need to give me revisions for these graded essays. So the way this works is that you get to choose any 3 essays from the semester, but one of them has to be your argumentative essay. So in reality, I say you can choose any 3. You get to choose any 2 that you want, plus one of them also has to be your argumentative essay, which I have yet to hand back to you as of this moment. Okay, so 3 total essays from the semester you're going to have to revise. Okay, so you go back, you look at my marks, you look at my comments, and you either completely rewrite these essays, but mostly, I'm not asking you to really do that. All I'm asking you to do is revise them, make them better. So look at my marks, look at my comments, look at the things that I've said in the little the comment box on the right, and think about, okay, how can I make this a better essay? And some of you guys, you just hand in straight A's stuff. Some of you guys have not, right? So here's my suggestion on how to make this the best for you. Choose your best essay and your worst essay out of those 3 essays that we've done before the argumentative essay, right? So your best and your worst, and revise both of them. Okay, your best one, it might be perfect already. You feel like, okay, if you feel like it's perfect, try to find your weakest paragraph and rewrite that paragraph. Revise it, make it stronger and better. Remember, what makes a strong paragraph is that it's clear and it's accessible to your reader. Now, many of you guys won't have that problem where it's like, I have everything's perfect. Professor Coomer, I don't know what to revise. They're all A pluses. Many of you guys won't have that problem. That's fine. I was one of you. I've never been a student that just got A pluses on everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to find 2 essays that you feel like you can really make better, okay? And you're going to do that. You're going to go back. Obviously, the first thing you're going to want to do is any mark that I made, any comment that I made, you pay close attention to that and you make revisions, focus on that. But don't stop there, okay? Really try, say, this needs to reach my audience better. And at this point in the semester, you should know how to write better than you did back then, even on essay 3. Okay, you've come a long way since then, even. So citations, sentence structure, those things are important. But also, did I really need to say this? Am I saying it clear? Clearly. Is this paragraph necessary? Can I rewrite this paragraph to make it stronger? Basically, what you're going to do is revise these essays and make them as strong as possible, and then you're going to hand them in again. Okay? But the way you're going to hand those in is with one single document. Okay? So let me show you. So where it says 3 revised essays, it says, look at my comments on your graded essays. One of the essays must be argumentative essays. Revise each essay where I've made marks. Once you've revised the essays, copy them onto a single Word document and hand them in here. So I don't want 3 different files here. I just want one file. And then you just copy and paste. So it's going to be 3 essays, but it's just going to be one Word document that you're going to hand in here, or PDF, or it's a Word or PDF. That's the only things I can read in Blackboard. So basically, don't hand in 3 files, just hand in one file, and then I will grade all of the revisions at once. Okay, so for this assignment, you're going to hand in 2 files. One is the reflection essay, right? The other is going to be your 3 revised essays. And that's it. That is your portfolio. Together, it's 150 points, or 15% of the semester grade. Okay, so I'm going to review in just a second, but I just want to make it clear that for your revisions, one of them, you'll have to revise the argumentative essay. And what that means is you're going to have to be patient. I'm going to be working through a whole bunch of essays. I'm going to be going through them much faster than I normally go through all these essays. So it's always a crazy time of the year for me. Lots of coffee and lots of just crying. No, it's a lot of work. So I'll be really working hard to get all this stuff graded. Of course, these are the longest essays you've written all semester, so it makes it even longer for me. But it's okay. I should have all of those graded. At the worst case, I will have all of your argumentative essays graded by my goal is to have them graded by Monday of next week. So I guess that would be, what is that, May 1st or May 3rd? That's my goal. But at the worst possible case, May 5th, I will have your argumentative essay graded and back to you so that you can revise it. So what's that mean? Don't wait until I've graded that essay and handed it back to you. Okay, don't wait. Get on it now so that you can. So if I do take that long, all you need to do is revise that last essay before you hand everything else in. The first thing I would say to do is just start looking through your graded essays from the semester, and then start thinking about, okay, how can I write this reflection essay? Most of you guys did those post essay reflections. That's why we had those there. Okay, so those post essay reflections, you looked at, and you didn't get any points for them, right? But if you look back, and maybe the essay 2 reflection, essay 3 reflection, look back, and those are little bookmarks in time, and you can say, okay, this is how I felt at the end of that essay, and maybe that'll also help. That's the reason why they're there. Maybe that'll also help you with that reflection essay. Okay, so there's a lot of work to be done. You've got 2 weeks. It is due Friday. Let me give you the final date. And here's the thing, I can't give you any extension on this because it's the end of the semester. So Friday, May 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you must be complete with your portfolio. Again, this counts as your final, so it is serious. All right. Now, here's the thing. I can't sit here and help you write any of this stuff, but I can answer questions. So please feel free to drop in on my office hours, or if for some reason those office hours don't work for you, just like we've done a lot already this semester, we can make something work. I can work around schedules. I can try to make something work for you, and we can get that to where we can meet and we can get you in a good place to finish this this semester strong. Okay, So again, just a quick recap of what we're doing and where we are. We are in the very last assignment. It is the portfolio assignment. You can find this assignment if you go to homework and assignments over here on the left. You go to the final project folder that's right there. You click there, and the assignment sheet is right here. Okay, that's what we were looking at. Once you complete your reflection essay, you're going to go in and you're going to go into this folder. So your reflection essay, you go into this folder, you can hand it in here. Okay. Once you complete your revisions of those 3 essays, you hand them in here. There will only be 2 documents that you hand in. One is the reflection essay, and the other is the revised essay. Okay. I don't want 3 documents here on this revised essay thing, just 1. Okay. And once you do that, you're done with the class. Have a great summer. It's been a pleasure being your teacher. It's been a weird year for me. It's been a weird year for all of us. And I just want to commend you for sticking with it and staying strong. It's easy to give up. It's much easier to give up. That's why most people give up, but you didn't. And I commend you for that. And I want to encourage you to continue to move forward in all of your endeavors with that kind of strength. That strength is inside of you, and you have, I know we all stumble, we all fall, we all slack now and then, but hopefully we've all learned how, if we stick with something, we can actually get through it. So I commend you, and I wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. I will have a video like this next week on Monday to kind of give you last minute updates, but this is the final assignment. Good luck and get started.